This is Steve Getsiv from Nova. Here's a short video on how to roll out and wipe down a deck when finishing with ExoShield. Here's the key if you don't watch the whole video. Wipe down after finishing.
I am going to be staining my deck today. I've done part of it. I've got a small section here about 150 square feet that I'm going to stain and wipe down to show you my technique. I use a rag, big towel, bath towel, to wipe it down with it under my feet. I'm going to start by applying the stain with a 1/2-inch nap roller on a telescoping wand, and that allows me to work quickly and reach across the whole area. I've already stained about 400 square feet this morning in about 40 minutes and wiped it down. So this shouldn't take very long. Hope this video is helpful for you. Thank you.
So yes, there I am rolling out the wood stain, our ExoShield walnut, on a Kumru 1x4 deck. I think it's actually a 3/8 snap roller on a telescoping pole. You can see I've got some drips there behind me, but that'll all get cleaned up here momentarily. Try to be careful around the edges so I don't splash any stain up on the woodwork, on the siding. When I dip the roller, I generally wring it out pretty well so I don't have drips everywhere. Here we go around the perimeter of the barbecue area. Yeah, some of the setup work, that's always the toughest part. You got to make sure you get that right, and you don't want to rush it because you just make a mess if you do. You can see how much area I'm getting with each dip of the roller. I start out by applying very light pressure when I initially start spreading the stain, and then as I go I increase the pressure, so I try to get an even coat on the deck surface. There we go, finishing the perimeter. And we're going to speed this up here. So here's a dip, and then let's see how many rows I get. So it's about an 8-foot section. Looks like I'm getting about 6, maybe 8 boards. Yeah, maybe 10. You can see it starts to get dry there at the end of each section that I'm doing. So this is the most important part. I'm sure you can see in the video all the shiny spots. So I am wiping this down with a beach towel. Trying not to get any on the house, of course. But you can see the shine, especially in the lower right here of the video. So all that's going to get wiped up. Can't emphasize enough how important it is to deal with the towel after you wipe correctly. This thing is, this oil, like any oil stain, is self-combustible, and if I were to leave that towel all balled up, it would generate heat, and likely enough heat to combust.
The idea here is not to leave any shiny spots.
I'm taking my time, as you can see here, because the last thing I want to do is end up with pooling of the finish on the surface, because then it ends up getting kind of sticky, and it takes, you know, literally weeks before it'll dry out thoroughly. So you want to wipe it down like I'm doing. I've probably finished, I don't know, 20, 30 decks now, and this is definitely the best technique to get all those wet spots, pooled finish off. You can dry roll it, and that helps a lot, but it doesn't really get all of it up. You'll still end up with some wet spots and some shiny spots, so I really prefer to walk the whole thing off. You'll see a major change here in the lower right of the picture as I come across the area that's got a little bit too much finish applied. This deck is about 15 years old. It's been refinished 5 or 6 times now. That looks pretty good. That's it. Thank you very much. Have a great day. All right, now we're on to the next phase, taking care of our towel. Hi there, this is Steve Getsiv again from Nova. I just finished staining my deck. I'm showing you how to hang a towel here that I used for wiping on a metal railing. Towels used for wiping can easily self-combust if they're bundled up. We've seen it multiple times. This is a safe way to let the towel dry out. The heat created from the oil drying is what causes the self-combustion. Once the oil is dry, the towel is stiff and dry, there's no risk of self-combustion. Hey there again, this is Steve Getsiv. This deck was just stained maybe 10 minutes ago. I wanted to show you some close-ups of how the stain looks right after wiping down. We're gonna zoom in a little bit. You can see there's no shiny spots. That's the key. No shiny spots. It's got a little bit of a gloss to it, but not much. A lot of that is just the, you know, it's fresh oil and we got sunlight right behind us. So anyway, that's what it looks like after staining.